Card Party is this thing that Pat Flynn has conceived. We have a channel called Deep Pocket Monster. I'm the producer on that channel, and the goal is, everything's online, right? We have these communities that are online, and it's amazing. But how do we bring everyone together, right? Everyone to be able to enjoy both fans and people who watch not only just Deep Pocket Monster, but all creators within the Pokemon card space. So Card Party is a way to bring creators within the Pokemon card space and fans together in this one space, as well as having an expo with vendors and having shows and just being able to put on a fun weekend that kind of feels like camp. Like that's been kind of the key word that I think everyone feels like you're a kid again going to camp. And this is for adults, for families, for collectors of Pokemon cards and all that kind of stuff. So that's really kind of a roundabout way of saying what Card Party is. And I've always had this dream for since we started the first Card Party, which obviously we've had three so far, of having this kind of game day style live stream that would be something that you would see before a big, sport event, a World Series, something like that, where you see like these commentators talking outside the stadium or even within, an arena or something. I'm a big pro wrestling fan, so there's a lot of that in pro wrestling as well. So I love to bring things from the pro wrestling world into this with just how things are done. And so having a live stream that takes place brings you into the action within the expo hall, seeing all the stuff happening that those who couldn't make it or can't be there, or maybe even those who are there, being able to get a perspective on the stage, hearing from other creators who are there, attendees who are there, vendors who are there. Um, Getting that live in the moment feel for not just a few minutes or a post recorded video, but something that's live and in the moment for a number of hours is that was kind of the exciting idea behind doing this live stream.
I love it. I think it's so many events over the last like few years, particularly ones that, I mean that we've been involved with or associated with, have not quite been able to nail that. So like we've certainly been at events where we've been, helping to produce some of the session content for virtual viewers, or we've done the interviews with people like after they've gotten off the stage or in and around the actual event experience. But we've never like, I love that this is intentionally not a virtual version of the event. This is like in many ways its own experience that is really just for the at-home viewers, which I think is really special and fun, and it really made this an awesome experience and perfect for us to be involved with. So I'm so happy that Ecamm was part of it. It was a fun challenge for the team because it's not like anything we've ever done before. I mean, Doc, you've helped, together we've been to like, I don't even want to know how many different shows, and we've set up all these different stages, but this one was like really different. How did you come across or think through like the initial, what are we going to do for all of this? How are we going to build this out and plan this out?
It was a combination of, okay, so I've done these type of events for like actual television. It's really weird to say that. That's not in a dismissive sense. It's just that TV is slightly different. You got a whole bunch of things you need to do. And like I've done it for sumo tournaments and for what we would consider Grammys, but in Hawaii we have our own version of the Grammys for local music artists. And you basically are running sort of sound to truck or running picture to truck, which means it goes to the satellite so they can send it out to wherever they need to send it. And so I thought about it from that standpoint, but like, how can we do this, sort of in a live stream fashion? And the two things that I knew that we needed to nail was constant communication, which I think is heavily overlooked by people who try to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried a couple different resources, and we ended up going to like Cinco headsets, which were just phenomenal, like
Mm-hmm.
absolutely phenomenal. The only thing that's hard to get used to if you don't do it every week is remembering to move your mic out of the way when you're talking to somebody else,
We figured
which is
that out
why.
on the fly.
We yelled at
Yeah,
each other a
well,
little bit.
you know this already anyway, because when you watch anybody do it, whether it's at a wedding or a show like this, or even at the Wendy's, they always do this when they be like, "What did you need? Extra ketchup? Okay, hold on." So Yeah, it's one of those things that just comes from constant use, right? You legit see it in every day of your life, especially if you go to Dunkin's or something. So, yeah, that getting the communication part is right, and whether you need to use something fanciful or just using pen and paper, man. Like the communication side of it is the most important side of it. As
Mhm.
long as you can keep yourself, your team, the producers, and the clients all well communicated, everything will be fine. There's no need to panic. But the minute you lose communications, oh, the battlefield is in disrupt once comms go down. And again, that's probably also military experience too. Like just knowing that comms has to be the thing. Everything else can be fixed or fall back into place, but comms got to be comms.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, we knew like pretty. I knew up front like when we were starting this, and Dan Norton and team came to us with this idea. I was like, okay, this is something we've wanted to do for a really long time, and I've actively avoided doing for a really long time because it's really hard, and it's one of those things where so many different things can go wrong, and you need the right team. And we obviously wanted to deliver on a really high level because it's Pat who we like, incredibly respect and is one of our Ecamm Fam members for, for the longest time now. So there was so much that went into it, but I knew we needed more help than just Jill and Doc and I. So we definitely immediately thought of Daniel because Daniel has
Daniel.
worked. Yeah, you've done all of this work in these in virtual environments where there are like lots of different attendees. There's lots of different things happening, and I mean, even more so now that I've seen you do this, like you are the preview mode king. We need to make you like a t-shirt, an
Oh,
Ecamm t-shirt.
wait. We
'Cause
need to show it. It
Yeah.
it was just hold on, wait a second.
Wild. Wait, wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that fat guy in the chair.
Dum dum. Dum dum. Dum dum. Dum dum. I mean, insane.
Yeah, how did you go? I know we were on like a million and one different conversations, and Dan and the team did like a really good job of giving us like a run of show. We built out like all the different scenes in Ecamm. We worked really hard kind of thinking through all of that. But what was the most challenging part in actually trying to implement that at the event itself?
Think it was just understanding that no matter what you're building out, no matter what plan you have, it's always going to change last minute. And that's actually the number one reason why I do recommend Ecamm Live. If anybody has ever heard me talk about this, it's like it's easy to create changes on the fly. Now, Katie, you and I, we worked together and figured out all the different scenes, and there's really not a ton of different scenes, right? There's
No.
maybe a half
No.
a dozen at most. And so that was really all it came down to, is just knowing, generally speaking, those half a dozen scene layouts, and then knowing how on the fly, let's say, for example, we have this 2-up scene that everyone's looking at right now. Maybe it's not always Katie's camera in that side. So how do you on the fly recreate that in terms of maybe throwing in Dan, right? Maybe throwing in somebody else into that scene. And that's, I think, the biggest, I would say, the hurdle when we were see, all of a sudden, boom, look at that. It's like on the fly, it's just completely changing, right? But when you're doing this live in that event, you realize it's like, oh my gosh, there's another opportunity for us to make this change, make this switch. So you're using preview mode to create those new scenes, those new layouts if you have to. Like, I don't know if Jill, you want to throw yourself in there, but Jill did an amazing job. I mean, the entire team did an amazing job, but what Jill did was she had the roving camera. And so she would all of a sudden, oh, let me do this. Let me take this camera out and let me, do all these different things. And then there was this one opportunity, which we didn't even think about, where there was somebody on stage. Remember when the kids went on stage? And all of a sudden we were doing these card unpackings, and it's like, oh, Jill's on there, and she's got the overhead camera that's really just kind of over the shoulder kind of a look. And then with Ecamm Live, I was able to say, oh my gosh, yeah, totally do that. I'm working the preview and I'm creating a brand new scene on the fly using her roving camera video source in a completely different layout. So, it looks seamless on the front end for the users, right? But on the back end, we're just always thinking as a producer, we're like, okay, what's going to look really cool next? And so, had that wonderful opportunity to actually exercise that at this event, which it was so fun.
When we were talking about doing this event or not, I was like, Katie, we need we need a producer. We need like you, me, Doc, and we need Daniel. Like there wasn't a choice as to like who else we were going to bring for in-person production. Because I've done a lot of in-person production, but this was just on a level that I wasn't super confident about. And so being able to figure out who all could communicate well, who all had different experiences and different skill sets, and then how we can all highlight, use the best gifts that we all had and work together. I mean, it was really cool.